Hello, everybody, and welcome back to High Tide's original podcast, Riptide. This is episode 4, and we haven't done it for a while. So, yeah. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Good, yeah.
Good.
Getting by.
When was the last time we did this? Was it December?
Christmas.
Yeah, and it was only 3 of us. Keen wasn't here.
Yeah.
Then in episode 2 there was only 3 as well.
Yeah, well,
First.
all of us are here now, so... Right,
Right,
so...
what
We
about?
had no brain.
Obviously, the world has shut down. We don't need to go into that, everyone knows, but we...
Yeah.
Wait, has it?
So obviously we have to do this all remotely and from home. So, what has everyone been doing during their quarantine time?
I can't say.
Of course you can't.
Right, Kian,
Practicing.
you
Yeah,
go
I've been-
first.
Yeah, I've been playing a bit of music, bit of photography, painting little miniature things. Just
Oh, I saw that.
doing whatever to keep busy. Just, yeah.
Strange, like.
Strange times. Well, it's not that strange. I don't leave the house very often, to be honest, so it's just normal day for me. Right, who's going next? David, you can go next.
Oh. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got a drum kit. I'll show you that now. You see it on the YouTube, but like not on Instagram. I got that, so I've been banging away at that. I've been practicing bass. I have been playing the Xbox. I was going for runs. Now I'm going for cycles. Yeah. Growing out my
stuff.
hair. Changing the beard around.
My mum cut my hair.
Well
It's...
done.
Well, it's grown back now. It was literally a week ago. It's like that, but yeah. What have I been doing? Thanks for asking. The usual things, you know, playing a bit of guitar. I started playing drums again. I haven't played drums for quite a while. And I'm like floppy. I've lost the technique. Yeah. And recording
that was-
guitar and producing, mixing our new album, which comes out May 22nd. It's called Aftermath, features 12 tracks. And yeah.
You got that plug-in before Mark could be honest and say what he was going to actually say.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I've been sleeping until 1:30 in the afternoon. I dyed my hair red. I've been practicing
Yep.
drums. I was playing... I was getting like pop songs from like 2011 and putting hard rock drums to it. Doesn't sound great, but anyway, doesn't matter. I've been listening to a lot of Nirvana and Oasis, no in between, just them two. And I cycled to Inniscrone the other day through Bunnyconlon. It was about 50 kilometers.
Doing whatever,
Probably
yeah,
wasn't, but anyway.
Kian went on a long cycle the other day.
It's kind of weird.
Tell us about
Yeah.
that.
Just went. Well, I rode to the woods. That's 7 kilometers from my house, and I just rode around the woods like in big circles for about another 2 hours, and went through town, down by the river, all the way up past Bay, back onto the Sligo Road, and up to my house. So I added it all up. It's like 50 kilometers all up as well.
Did you do the off-road trails in the woods?
Yeah, I went like every trail I could see on the woods.
Do you know the one where there's like just the vertical drop?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
yeah,
near-
yeah.
Is that
I-
near the Bleak where we did Heat Rises?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
yeah.
700 yeah.
I was on that trail, and I forgot the drop was there. So as I turned the corner, my front wheel went down it. So I didn't have time to actually stop the bike.
Wait, is the drop like
Like,
going
I-
down from the...
It's vertical, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in like a pit, yeah.
And like, I think I nearly broke my back brakes trying to just stop the bike from sliding
Oh
down
yeah,
the
you
hill.
just gotta go slow down it.
Yeah. There's a new
Um,
music video out though.
yes. I was just
Mhm.
about to say that. You can continue.
Oh, I hate you. Here comes the thunder. That's the name, right?
I have it open here, actually. It's 859 views. Which is pretty
We
good,
got
but...
that one night on Heat Rises though.
Yeah.
Heat Rise has got a lot more shares and stuff though.
And think about it, I remember people were watching it in their schools because remember when it came out? It came out in like May, and there was people
Yeah.
watching it in school.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
And Tsunami came out the last day of school, I remember.
Mm.
We've almost been together for 3 years now.
That's weird.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
June
mad.
June 27th or something like that.
Yeah, well, I guess we kind of formed June 27th, but we met 26th or 5th.
We met like the 25th, but didn't form till like was it 2 or 3 days after the camp.
Yeah, and Kean wasn't even our singer until like a few weeks later.
September.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
just
yeah,
get.
It's like a month and a half later. Yeah.
No, we were
let's-
formed in September because I went on drums, Dave went on bass. We'll just say we formed in September.
I was on
Yeah,
drums.
so I didn't have time to actually. No,
Yeah.
I was on drums. You took the drums from me.
No, we recorded the original Level Death, and I was on drums. That was like we wrote
Yeah,
the
but,
song like
but
that.
when we were doing the song, I came up with the drums for Love or Death.
Yeah,
And
but
then I went to the bathroom. Then you came on drums. You snuck onto the drums, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Vince could be a drummer now."
Oh.
imagine that actually happened. Like Metallica, they just swap, and then it's like, yeah, Lars is new guitarist. Who cares?
Right, they're loose enough.
I can do that.
Drums.
I have a
It's kind of
pen
funny,
though.
dude.
Mark, hey Mark.
No, it doesn't work.
It's pure laggy. Just look
Yeah. If anyone wants something to watch, Afterlife, Netflix, Ricky
Top
Gervais.
tier.
It's really good. Yeah.
Why are we sponsoring Netflix? They're not paying us.
Yeah, but everyone's sponsoring
Doesn't matter.
Netflix. We could say anything, but like literally the whole world revolves around Netflix now. So it's yeah,
I prefer YouTube.
yeah, but they're kind of different things though, because YouTube.
The awkward,
really different.
the awkward silence of it all.
Yeah, like if you go onto Netflix and then see music video High Tides, Here Comes the Thunder, this just doesn't work. Anyway, so if you don't know, we're High Tides, and we released our first album, Tsunami. Yeah, David's face. We released Tsunami back in May 24th, 2019, and since then we have been plowing on through a new album which is coming out this Friday, May 22nd. It's called
Yeah.
Aftermath.
Yeah.
So we had quite a few of the songs written. Actually no, it was only about 2 or 3. We had about 2 or 3 songs.
We had 4 songs written going into quarantine.
We started in about end of April, March. No, it's when quarantine
No, we
started.
didn't. No.
Yeah, so how it worked
Together.
was that I'd have to go over to Mark's house and record the drums. Don't worry, we were 2 meters apart. Definitely, 100%.
We really.
I don't even think the shed is 2 meters wide.
And then we'd mix the whole thing, and we got pretty much a whole 12-track album done in like a month, basically.
Yeah.
Base.
Literally.
Aren't they building a new
Everyone
Audi?
saying how- Yeah, the
Deanwood.
Oh, do you remember that, boys? The Deanwood.
Beanwood. Beanwood. Is that it?
Yeah, might as well talk
How
about that
we were-
actually.
Both.
If you guys don't know what's going on, my camera's here by the way, if I'm looking over there. So when we recorded the music video for Heat Rises, we did it with Rafal. Shout out to Rafal. And the original plan was to go into the Deanwood, which has been shut for 20-something years. It's an old derelict building, and we were going to go in
It
there.
used to be an old disco.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a
hotel, nightclub thing.
Mm.
And we were going to go in there, set up the drums, everything, and record the music video, but we didn't realize that it's going to be pitch black, and we didn't have a generator for lights, so we ended up shooting it in Balik, which I think looked better anyway. And we probably were going to be stabbed if we stayed in there any longer.
Yeah, but what does the actual song got to do with we were in the thing?
No,
Like,
it just
all
looked
the
cool.
Rises, where was the connection? It looked cool, but like it was all shabby. There was couches and bits of wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, it probably would just look like a Greta Van Fleet video if we did do it in the Deanwood.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, highway tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Talk about the album.
Album, yes. Bye. Now.
Yes. So, the album was written, performed by us, and recorded, and I mixed it. Didn't
That's
sound
usually
great.
why it's High Tides album.
Yeah, High Tides Homemade Records.
Yeah.
What's...
Yeah.
Oh.
Metallica.
Metallica.
Nice.
I'm gonna look.
I have
I'm
loads
gonna
of
look
them.
For who asked?
Iron.
What was I saying? Yeah, so we recorded it. We remotely sent it on to me. I mixed it. And then we actually, because mastering, if anyone doesn't know what I'm not recording on this. So mastering is basically the final process of recording music just before releasing it. It's essentially just making it louder, but fixing unbalanced frequencies and EQ and everything, and compression. So yeah, does anyone know what Fiverr is?
Yes.
Fiverr is like Fiverr is a freelancing service where people can sell whatever they want really on it. So we sent the album off to a guy in Canada to master it because he's a professional and knows what he's doing, and I don't know how to master. And the album sounds great.
Now we did get a question about the album earlier.
Yes.
Let's see.
What's the favorite song?
Yeah. So, Michael asked what was our favorite songs off the album. So who wants to go first?
I'd say Fever. There's just something about it.
I think my favorite song was Jerome. I think the riff in it just got me as soon as I heard it, before I even recorded anything. And Vince just sent the guitar. Sounds nice. I just love the riff. Yeah, the Black Sabbath kind of feel to it. It's nice.
Well, for me, it's probably Empathy, or Infection.
Yes, Infection. I think is the overall, because the lyrics were the lyrics are great, but I looked at the lyrics and I went, is that gonna work with the song? But Kian really made it work, and I love the way the vocals fit the song. So overall, I would say that's my favorite. I also like the slow part. While we're on the topic of the album, basically, so the last track of the album is called Liberty. It's an instrumental, and basically it was an instrumental arrangement of a song from last album called Liberty of Man. Now, we used DistroKid to... Jeez, this is like a whole sponsorship. I'm just sponsoring everything. We used DistroKid.
Don't mention anyone. Just don't mention anyone anymore unless they're...
Sorry, I can't stop promoting people. It's a habit. So, basically, there's... Not the whole song is the same as Liberty of Man from last album, but there's like a arrangement of the chorus, which sounds exactly the same but it's just guitar and drums and bass. So it's not just guitar. But basically, when we uploaded the album to get ready to go on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, Deezer, yeah, that's it. Their automatic system flagged it as copyrighted and wouldn't let us upload it. But DistroKid have this... Oh, I just said it again. They have this cover license thing where you can...
Bleep it out.
Yeah, bleep. You can get a license to cover a song, but for some reason it wouldn't let us get a license to use our own song. But you see, if we had like a record company who knew what they were doing, they could be able to sort this out, but we have no power. So the album is 11 tracks. Yeah, so the album is 12 tracks long on YouTube, SoundCloud, and CD, because they're not uploaded through that service, which I don't say the name of. So it's like a special track. But it also means that I Am the One cuts out very abruptly at the end.
That's alright, it kind of works with that.
No. We've German and French, and that's it.
We just have French.
German. Speaking of German, I saw a really good film called Jojo Rabbit, directed by Taika Waititi. It was really good.
It looks really good.
And he's dressed up as Hitler and stuff running. It's weird. Like, it's not very politically correct, but that makes it good.
So it gives you a better reason to pre-order the CD so you can get the extra track.
Exactly.
Out now.
Mm-hmm.
How's Instagram doing?
Where can you pre-order?
Instagram's good.
CD, Vince?
So, the CD version of our upcoming album Aftermath is available for pre-order on Amazon.com. It's not actually pre-order anymore, it's order, because they take a while to dispatch it and make it and then ship it off.
Yep.
So if you order it now, you'll be able to get it about a week after the album comes out. But it's only available on Amazon.com, not .co.uk. So we have one question from Feather Heavy Band, which is, "Hey!" ! Where did you guys learn to play your instruments?
Vince, I think you have the most interesting story, so.
Well, actually, I'm the guitarist in the band. Actually, the camera's turned off again. But I started playing drums first. And basically, my mum dragged me into drum lessons, and I was like, nah, it's okay, I don't want to do drums. And then I loved drums and started playing drums, and Mark's gone.
Brilliant. Okay, keep going, doesn't matter.
And then about a year later, I got an electric guitar, and then started learning guitar. But I didn't really take lessons for guitar. It was, I just found things online and used tabs to learn the solos and stuff. And I've gone in and out of guitar lessons with different people, but guitar's mainly been self-taught. That's me.
Cool. Keane, do you want to go next?
Nice. Yeah. Well, I the singer in the band, but I suppose I started learning music when I was like 6. I started playing piano, and I did piano for lessons for like 9 years. And then like a few years, like a year and a half ago, I just stopped because I was learning classical piano and stuff, and I was like, I want to kind of play my own stuff. So I suppose once I quit, I started just playing even more, and I just kind of learned a lot of stuff as well, just for
He's back.
doing more.
My phone went dead. What are we talking about?
He wasn't here.
Our instruments. How we learned to
Oh.
How
play
you
them.
learned?
How we learned to play them? Drum lessons is really. That
Well,
was
give
it.
us a story. Surely there's more to that.
I used to. I don't know. I can't remember. It was like I liked Iron Maiden and AC/DC, and I realized I know
And
good at the
WWE.
guitars.
And WWE. I started learning guitar in 5th class and around there. But I was doing drum lessons at the same time. Stopped doing lessons for both. Didn't touch a guitar for 6 months. Picked it up, started learning Roy Gallagher. Found out what tabs were, started using those. Found a band. Band didn't have a bassist. Pushed me to play bass. Hated bass. Liked bass. Now consider myself a bassist. Story of my life.
Bass is
we knew
really
you'd like the
fun.
bass. So that's
No,
why
you
we
didn't.
pushed you to do it. We did. We were like, you're gonna love it. And that's
No.
why.
Vince
Yeah.
is a better
saw them songs and
guitarist
we're like-
than me.
Thanks. But, no, bass is great. I love playing
we
bass
saw
whenever I do. Sorry, Kian.
We saw your thumbs and we're just like, it's perfect for slapping bass.
Does music speak for itself, or do you have to do it?
Ooh, that's a deep question.
That's deep.
That's a good question.
So I think what he means is like the lyrics, how people interpret the song, or if you have a meaning behind it.
All songs have
Yeah,
a
there
meaning
is.
behind them, but like I usually, when I write the lyrics, I leave the meaning up to the person that's, listening to the song. Even though I have my own meaning for the songs I write. They mightn't be the best lyrics in the world, but they mean something to me. But I usually leave it up to the person who's listening to the song.
Yeah, like I know when I sing a lot of the lyrics that David's written, I know that what I'm feeling from the lyrics is probably a bit different from what David is as well.
Yeah.
So even though, yeah, and I know when I write lyrics, I just get words that kind of rhyme and then make something that kind of makes sense in between, and then kind of change it around until it like. So I have kind of a few words that I want to use, and then I kind of attach something I'm feeling to it.
Yeah, like you can tell the difference between me and Keane's writing because mine sounds like it's in broken English, and his is like a perfect poem.
Yeah.
you know. But like, I just find that's the easiest way to get out my emotions, writing that way.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same as Kian. I come up with lyrics that work well together and sound like they make sense, and then try and justify. Yeah, and then I justify the meaning after it. So I'd come up with one line, and then be like, yeah, and then be like, oh, well, this rhymes with that. Oh, that kind of makes sense. And then after I'd be like, oh, well, that's actually mental health awareness. It's very deep. Just make it up as I go along. But it does make sense, so.
Like, I don't really care if it makes sense because I know it makes sense to me.
I think
We all kinda put our inputs in.
the only songs on this album that we actually wrote together as a band, like we played them together and worked with them, was Empathy and Here Comes the Thunder. The rest we
Fever.
haven't played. Yeah, no, yeah,
We
Fever
haven't
Me
as
and
well.
Mark,
together,
me
yeah.
and Mark kind of made that though.
Yeah.
Which one? We did Fever.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
We did that.
So Fever is the second track off the album. Yes, it is the second track. Sorry.
Yeah,
And
chapter empathy.
I might. Yeah. Anyway, so the way we wrote Fever was that we just finished recording drums for a few songs and bass in the shed together. This was before quarantine got really bad, before the restrictions, so we were kind of meeting up and doing things. So basically, I got the drums into the interface and got the bass into the interface, and then Mark and David just jammed it together and came up with a rough structure. Hang on
Yeah.
a sec. Nirvana are an English pop rock band formed in London, England in 1965.
Formed in
That's
Seattle,
the difference.
Washington.
In 1987, was it, or 1986?
They're still
88.
playing this English Nirvana.
Bye.
Two songs.
Yeah.
Mark, go.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's the song by Oasis, and I'm probably not going to pronounce it right. It's called Acquiesce, I think it's called.
Hey, did
I'm
I?
going to look it up. So there's that one, and Superman by Stereophonics, but the live version. I prefer that
Cool.
version.
Okay, Vincent, your turn.
Well, there's been quite a few, but I say the most I've listened to a lot of Pink Floyd lately, so I'm gonna say Time from Dark Side of the Moon and Teenage
That's a
Dirtbag
song.
by Wheatus.
No, my
Such a
job.
good song.
Get rip off.
Kian, your go.
I suppose the two songs I'm listening to at the moment are two Blue Oyster Cult songs. They're it's called Fear the Reaper and Burning for You as well.
More cowbell.
Like a few. There's like two songs I listen to equally, and then there's one song I'm starting to like. So I've already said it earlier. Gee, well, 5-1 by The Doors and Backdoor Man, and then L.A. Woman by The Doors too.
Oh, do you know what I've actually listened to a lot of? Meatloaf.
Yes, I love Meatloaf.
And,
Or two
like,
songs.
My parents really get annoyed when I play it because it kind of does go on for a long time. The songs. He just makes the songs like stop and start like 100 times.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, the Bad Out of Hell just
Absolute classic.
it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Should give
about it.
thanks to Cuba for doing the album cover. Shout out to Cuba, my main man, for doing the album cover for us.
That's true. Actually, did you see Ellen uploaded a video and you could see she was in her mansion, right? And you could see like this beautiful garden behind her, which was still part of the house. And she was like, "Oh, I've been in quarantine. This is like jail for me."
This is like being in jail, is what it is. It's
So we haven't heard enough about her.
She was like with the crystal ball thing. It's weird. Weird.
I feel like we've talked about her in almost every podcast.
Have we?
I hate her.
Have we talked
She's
about
so overrated. She didn't do anything. All she did was complain. And then got
Yeah.
Person of the Year for complaining.
She skipped school and got Person of the Year. Like,
Wow,
All she was
you're a
doing was-
vegan. Wow, very
All she
cool.
was doing
for a
was
holiday.
staring at Trump.
You know those plants you eat could have went to help animals.
There was another one where it was like, I'm going to make the world sustainable with electric cars, and then there's like African kids mining, and they're like, we're mining the cobalt for your electric car batteries as quick as we can, Greta. Because that's the truth. Making electric cars, you're still exploiting world's resources. Like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
we run out of fuel, we
Yeah.
produce global warming, but you know, kids are dying to mine this stuff. I think that's a bit more important than global
Well,
warming
it's like-
because Elon Musk's kid. Pretty
No.
cool name.
Is he an electric car too?
Haha.
His
It's
name
the
is
name.
her name is Sasha. It's Sasha. It's pronounced
Why is she
Sasha
called-
Archangel.
Yeah, but is it a nickname? I thought
No.
her first name was Grimes, like she was born Grimes.
That's his wife. It
Uh,
must be so like annoying.
he's not gonna find that on
Really?
any of those keychains though.
Oh no, no.
I can't
He'll
even
just
find
build-
Vincent on any of them
He'll
ever.
build a rocket instead with the name on it. Tom Cruise is weird.
If anyone was gonna do a film in space, it would be Tom Cruise. He's like the perfect man for it.
He's like 50. The only reason he wants to go to space
Yeah.
is to get taller. He's 5'6".
Let's see. Let's look up his height actually. I wonder is-
He has a high tide.
Yeah, the pff, and then there's the explosion. It's like, thank you for
Right.
watching, blah blah blah. Pff.
Thanks for watching. Bye bye bye.